Well, welcome to Toxic Free Living Week, mainly to inspire you to make some greener choices for your home. I think that's basically how I have come to research quite a lot this week, and it's been quite a learning curve, even though I've been on this journey for a few years now. Yeah, just really interesting how there's so many things that we use every day and you're just not 100% sure of everything that's in them, and harmful chemicals that we expose ourselves, our homes, our families to every single day. So yeah, just going to be sharing some little tips and tricks of how you can really clean up and make your home a little bit more green. So welcome, so nice to see you. So Toxic Free Living, basically we are exposed to household products and personal care products and all the chemicals that are in them. While some companies make products that are safe to eat, other companies choose to use known human carcinogenics or developmental toxins, which can be base ingredients, which is quite a concern. So literally from things that we put on our skin, makeup that we use, deodorant, lots of different chemicals in actual sort of personal care products, to the products that we're using to clean our homes with. I mean, I'm a child that sort of grew up really with the smell of bleach and ammonia. So that is definitely my background. So hold on, I just need to move my little. As toxins be, what are toxins? That's what we're going to be looking at. So a toxin can be practically anything that is harmful to your health, and usually it's something that you can't see and don't know that's hurting you. Unfortunately, we are finding out more and more just how many toxins are hiding in our home products and the environment. From pesticide residues on food to cancer-causing chemicals in personal care products, asthma-inducing ingredients in our household cleaners.
Maeve, I need your help.
And just one thing that I've really found for me, like things that I used to clean my oven with, when you're sort of spraying something on and you can almost feel how toxic it is, because, you take like a gasp of air and you just know, like, you really want to be sort of covering your mouth. So you just know that not necessarily these things are good for us, even though we might be getting a nice clean oven. It's kind of what are the side effects of that. So I've heard lots of statistics on this. The latest one seems to be that women will apply around 300 chemicals on an average day. Many of them are hidden in makeup, skincare, and the products that we're using every day to clean our home with. So I was really quite horrified about that. But I think, you just look at any sort of things that you're used to using, and you may, if it's not sort of what's even known as a green product, just the amount of chemicals listed on there can be quite shocking. Okay. So what is the air quality like in your home? Many cleaning supplies or household products can irritate the eyes or throat or cause headaches. As I just said about the whole like oven cleaner, I really find that when you use those kind of products, you have that immediate reaction. So maybe you've got something in your home already that that you can identify as that product that you think, oh, actually, that might be quite toxic. Some products release dangerous chemicals, including volatile organic compounds. These are known as VOCs, and other harmful ingredients include ammonia and bleach. VOCs are gases that are emitted into the air from products or processes. So last week, we were really talking about the supplements that we take, and one of the supplements I was talking about was a cellular renewal supplement, and that was to really counteract all the free radicals that we can be taking in, from the quality of the air that we breathe when we walk around on these busy roads in London, if you live in London, or just generally like main roads. So even the sort of free radicals that we have in our home just by some of the cleaning products that we could be using. So it's just a case of maybe looking more closely at that and wondering what we can maybe do to improve that situation for our health and for our family. So indoor sources of the VOCs, the volatile organic compounds, are cleaners and disinfectants, furniture polish, air fresheners, cosmetics and deodorant. So as the biggest offender on the list and the most commonly used, it's no secret household cleaners contain hazardous toxins. So I'm hopefully now going to inspire you to make some better choices, some simple things that I've been doing in my home to really sort of clean up the daily products that I use. So I just thought I'd start to share some recipes with you and just to spark some kind of ideas of how you can use your essential oils with a few ingredients that you probably have at home anyway, to really help clean up the cleaning products that you're using in your home. So things like, you know, simple glass bottle spritzer, really reasonable to buy on Amazon, is worth. And some white vinegar is a brilliant natural cleaner for your home. Some bicarbonate of soda, again, a really brilliant way to naturally clean around your home. Castile soap, Epsom salts is a new discovery in my cleaning regime, where I'm starting to use them in my washing machine, not only to soak in the bath at the end of the day, which is obviously really restorative for our bodies, but they're also brilliant for cleaning as well. I also recommend a little like label maker is quite handy to have for all your homemade products that you're going to hopefully make or be inspired to make. And On Guard Cleaner Concentrate. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about this gem of a product that is really key in all the sort of homemade products that you can use for your cleaning. So your essential oils, I'm sure many of you that are listening have a certain amount of oils in your home. So I'm just going to talk to you now about which oils are brilliant for cleaning with. So On Guard, I'm sure you're very familiar. As I've said, we've just briefly mentioned about the On Guard concentrate, but it's a really effective oil to use in cleaning your home. It goes in my sort of everyday cleaner for sure, like maybe 10 to 15 drops of that oil comes into this. And the powerful oil that is in On Guard is clove, because no bacteria can grow on clove. So it's a brilliant oil to clean your house with. Wild orange is a powerful cleanser and works great for kitchen cleaning. So that's really nice to use. Once you finish washing up, a couple of drops of any citrus oil, but wild orange, obviously the smell is quite invigorating and really nice. So I tend to sort of splash a couple of drops of oil in the sink and just wipe everything down, and a couple of drops on the cloth, right? You know, when you sort of say goodnight to the kitchen, to just make the cloth not smell bad in the next morning. Lemon oil is a really good all-purpose surface cleaner, and it can also be combined with to make your own furniture polish. If you just use some lemon oil and some olive oil or fractionated coconut oil, that is a brilliant and all-natural furniture polish. Lime can be used to remove grease spots and stickers, or diffused in a diffuser to make that nice aroma of fresh, clean air. Lavender is really lovely to use for your linen, and you can make a little solution I'll talk to you about later on. You can sprinkle things on your mattress and use the oil of lavender to improve your bedroom setting. Grapefruit is use grapefruit for an all-purpose spray or bathroom spray to clean and purify. Tangerine, you can use tangerine as a toilet spray to rid unwanted odors. So one of my top tips is actually any oil. I mean, right now I've got kind of something cinnamon based in my bathroom, but you know, when you might have, or your husband or partner or children have gone in and done their number two, and everything's smelling a little not so great. I highly recommend you literally just put 1 to 2 drops of oil in the toilet once their business is done, and yeah, you will really notice the difference. And it's a really like good way to and a clean way to improve the fragrance of the bathroom. So really handy to have something like that rather than those air fresheners. Purify is a really lovely blend that's really good to clean your washing machine out. I quite like to run my washing machine with this oil. It's got citronella in it and tea tree, so it's a very clean and fresh smelling oil blend. Tea tree, you can, also known as melaleuca, use as a surface cleaner to protect against the environmental threats. And last but not least, eucalyptus is also an alternative to use as a surface cleaner, and really good to put in your diffuser to purify the air. So those are just some ideas for your oils, if you have any of them, then start to use them to clean your home with. Obviously, the citrus oils are really heavily featured and a brilliant way to be cleaning your home. There are other products that you may wish to be looking at to make cleaner, greener purchases. So the sort of the bleach and that route, you may want to explore trying the On Guard Cleaner Concentrate as a way to kind of use this as an alternative to lots of things that you could be using at the moment. I mean, you can sort of do so many things with this product, and you know, wash your dishes and make your own sort of cleaners. And I've got some recipes coming up, so just something to bear in mind. The On Guard Foaming Hand Wash is a really brilliant hand soap that you may wish to explore. Diffusing the oils is so much better than certain brands of scented candles that you may or may not have. I mean, I think people are becoming more and more aware of what releases toxins, but I know that there's quite a lot of bad fragrances that you can buy in the supermarket, scented candles that are not releasing good things into the air. So be very sort of mindful of that, and know that when you have a diffuser and you're diffusing pure essential oils, you're really doing a lot of good, not only for the air that you breathe, but it's having an emotional support and immune support depending on what oils you are diffusing. And you can also investigate On Guard laundry detergent, because obviously the laundry detergent that we may be using may not be good for us either. And don't know what brands you are using, but you may just want to explore something a little bit more green, and On Guard is a really beautiful alternative. So I just thought I'd give you some little ideas for what you can do to make your own cleaning products, if that is something that you're interested in. I know that you don't want to feel a sort of sense of overwhelm when life is really busy. It's like another thing to do, but it's not a big deal. And I think if you just think about one room that you want to improve in your home to begin with, then that's a really good place to start. So here are sort of, I'm just going to share some tips for each room of things that you can make to make your home a little bit more green. So the first of all, it's the all-purpose cleaner, which is what I've basically got here. And it's 2 tablespoons from the On Guard Cleaner Concentrate, and topped up with water. And then I up level it with a few drops of essential oils. So I think in this mix, I've done sort of 10 drops of On Guard and 10 drops of peppermint, because I really like the smell of peppermint. And I just think when I clean my kitchen, it becomes so much nicer when I'm spraying this around, that it's but you know, it's something that you can kind of play with, see what oils that you have, and have a little experiment yourself, because you'll find that you can create your own blend. But it's really easy to make, you know, 2 tablespoons water and some essential oils, and it works brilliantly as a whole like kitchen cleaner. Another really good thing to do is if you have the On Guard soap and lemon oil, and you know, we just talked about sort of pesticides and things that may be on some of the produce that we bring into our home, then recommend soaking your produce before you eat it, especially if it's things like lettuce and those things where you're immediately eating things raw. Put it in a bowl of cold water with some On Guard hand soap and some lemon oil, and just let the produce soak, and then rinse it all off, and you'll just see all the residual stuff that comes off your off your fruit and veg. So I really recommend that. Okay, so moving on into carrying on, sorry, with the kitchen recipe. So this is just an idea of something that you can do for mopping your floors, just some warm water with various essential oils. I used lemon eucalyptus to clean my floors yesterday, and it's literally, I use 1 teaspoon of this in my big bucket of hot water, and then top it up with some essential oils and use that to mop all around my home. Clove is another one that I'll be using, especially as that's, I think, the free oil this month if you're on the loyalty scheme, and it's brilliant to clean your home with. I mean, obviously you'll just find your way what you like in scent wise as well, but I really love to clean my floors with clove. And dishwasher tablets. So I was just having a conversation with a friend this week who's on. Hello, Helen. And we were chatting about what's in the dishwasher tablets and how we kind of just throw them into our dishwasher, and the fact that this all kind of dries on our plates and our cutlery, and then we're kind of eating the next time with this. And so we're just like, oh, are we taking in those chemicals? You know, we're just having a good chat about that. And so this I've discovered as a really good recipe to make your own dishwasher tablets. So I've just made some, and it's really, really easy. And you just need some baking soda like this. And then this brand also produces citric acid. So I bought both of them as part of my online shop. And then you need 1 little tablespoon of On Guard cleaner concentrate and some grapefruit oil. And you literally put them into these molds, which is from let me just go back to the previous picture of things that may need these silicone molds. And you mix it all up and put it into there. And then you have your own dishwasher tablet. And you just leave it to set for a few hours, and then you can just store them in an airtight container. And another top tip, I don't use rinse aid anymore to clean glass, you know, that little section in your dishwasher. I simply use white vinegar and sort of 10, 15, 20 drops of lemon oil or grapefruit oil or wild orange. So that's how I use for the rinse aid, the glass cleaner in your dishwasher. So moving on to the laundry room. So a really good machine cleaner. So I don't know if you're in that habit of every week or every couple of weeks to kind of clean out your washing machine. So this is a brilliant recipe to keep everything nice and fresh within your washing machine. 1 cup of vinegar, 1 cup of baking soda, and 20 drops of tea tree oil or melaleuca, and 20 drops of lemon, and just combine the essential oils and vinegar in a cup. Add the baking soda to the drum, and then add the vinegar mixture into the sort of where you'd put your, I guess, fabric softener, you know, those drawers, and then you run the cycle. So it's a really good way, and really, you know, something that you can possibly be doing every couple of weeks to make sure that you're really taking care of your expensive white goods. Laundry softener. So I don't know if you've ever looked into what goes into fabric softener that you may be purchasing in the supermarket, but not necessarily good for us. Very much hormone disruptors, the chemicals in the fabric softener. So I've switched to just making my own now, and I simply do it with the Epsom salts. You know, I was talking about how we obviously use them at the end of the day. Now you can simply put some Epsom salts in with your wash and a few essential oils, and it does the same job and is a lot cleaner and much better for you. So just worth exploring. As I said, it might be just one swap that you do over the next week, but you can really start to see how you can clean your home up by making these simple swaps. Next thing, so it's sort of ongoing conversation about you know, toilet cleaner and trying to find like something that actually does a really good job. You know, previously I have always been sort of a bleach user to sort of scrub my toilets down, but now I use these purified toilet pods. just because it's a much greener way to clean. And actually just leaving this pod in your toilet for sort of 5 to 10 minutes before you need to give the scrub, it works brilliantly. So again, it's using ingredients that you may have at home already: baking soda, citric acid, some Castile soap. And I bought that again with my online shop. It's quite a popular thing that you can buy now. And 15 to 20 drops of the Purify cleansing blend. And again, I'm using those silicone molds so that you can just simply mix all the ingredients together and leave them in these molds to set. So I will be sending this out to you so that you can have a look at these recipes in your own time if you wish to get on with making things. And don't worry, you don't need to be taking loads of notes, but some things may resonate with you and you think, oh, I really want to kind of get into doing something like that. So this is just a recipe for cleaning your bathroom, that whole, like when scum and grout kind of build up, you can again use it. Baking soda is a brilliant way to clean that, with some lemon and lime oil, and you literally make a paste. And it's all about just leaving things to sit and let the work do, and let the oils work on your grouting, and then you can remove the scum. And then there's a really good recipe here for a tub and tile spray. Yeah. So let's talk about On Guard, because this is just the best sort of oil blend I think I've ever come across, and I just use it in so many ways, and it has really sort of contributed to the way that I now green clean my home. So it's a multi-purpose cleaner, and you can use it for everything, you know, make it clean your whole house with it. And it's really good to kind of use it neat if you need a concentrated area to clean, or you can dilute and use it all over your house by simply making these little spray bottles. So this bottle here, generally when I'm making up this size of cleaner, I use 2 tablespoons. So you can make, this will make 12 bottles, which basically means that every time you sort of are using this to make one of these, you're spending £1 10p to make your cleaner. So even though it may seem like when you make the initial purchase of something like this, it really goes a long way. Like, it's not on my order every month. This can sort of last me a couple of months. So it's just the idea that, yes, you may think initially a cleaning product, it is, you know, more expensive than what you're going to buy in Sainsbury's, but it actually goes a really long way. So this is just some ideas for you to think about in your sort of green cleaning home, that sense of the On Guard cleaner concentrate, the On Guard foam wash, and these are the oils that I would use a lot in making my own products. And it's something that I just play around with all the time. Lavender, lemon, melaleuca, On Guard, Purify, peppermint, and arbor vitae. But that's quite enough about oils. I found this really interesting, all about the air that we breathe and how we can really improve the air that we have in our home by plants. And I think that plants are quite a sort of trendy thing now. I'm noticing there's some really beautiful plant shops that are opening up around our neighborhoods. So yeah, interestingly, NASA did a study way back in the 80s, late 80s, to discover which plants were the best for filtering the air at the space station. And they found these plants listed had the ability to absorb contaminants like benzene and formaldehyde, and that plants filtered rooms up to 60%. So you're going to get less airborne microbes, mold spores, and bacteria. So those plants, snake plants, garden mums, spider plants, can't even say it, hibiscus, peace lily, Boston fern, bamboo palms, and aloe vera. Yeah, just to inspire. I don't know where you are with your green fingers, but just to say that it's definitely worth thinking about how they can really help improve the air that we breathe in our home every day. And moving on to diffusing. I love diffusing oils. I love the way that it makes my home smell. I do it to support the health and well-being of my family all the time, my mood, everyone's energy. I can't champion it enough. So I think if you don't have a diffuser yet, it's definitely something worth thinking about, because it makes that transition, moving away from those sort of harmful scented candles and fresheners. Not all of them, I have to say. Particular scented candles can be harmful, but just to be mindful of which ones that you have in your home, and if they are. So yeah, I find that diffusing is a really good way to purify the air. So top tip, as we are all about the cleaning, is to make sure that you're cleaning your diffuser. So every week or every 2 weeks, get into the habit of just giving your diffuser a deep clean. So I kind of would do the deep clean every other week. So today was a deep clean day, and dare I say, you sort of fill the water area with some vinegar and just leave that to run for sort of 2 to 3 minutes. And I know if you don't like the smell of vinegar, that sounds really horrific, but don't worry, it's doing a really good job of cleaning your diffuser out, and just making it much more, improve the quality of the next time you're putting oils in to diffuse. So you're just taking care of that. If you don't want to do the vinegar thing sort of every week, then it's really nice to just simply diffuse with a citrus oil like lemon, because when you've diffused that for maybe 20 minutes and then you give your diffuser a clean, it makes it so much easier to clean if you diffuse citrus oil right before you clean it. It just enables sort of whatever may have built up. The important thing, I think, is to make sure that you use like some sort of cotton bud to wipe around the center bit. That is the actual the mechanics of how the diffuser works. So you just gently, sometimes I just dip my little cotton bud into some vinegar and then wipe the center out, and that really helps, and just to clean it all up there. So that's a really good way. So if you are an essential oil user, and that's why you're all here, you've all got oils, you will start to accumulate a few empties. And I know that we're sort of being mindful of how we can maybe reuse our little brown bottles. So I just thought I'd share with you some ideas that I kind of do, and maybe that will inspire you as well. So particularly if it's an oil that I really love, like lavender, frankincense, those kind of oils, then when I'm getting to the bottom, when they're sort of, I'm holding it upside down and there's no drops coming out, then I pop off the plastic top and I turn them upside down, and I have some Epsom salts in my bathroom, and I just let the oils kind of sit up, the empty bottles just sit in the Epsom salts, because slowly, while you're sleeping and going about your day, those residual bits oil that's left in the brown containers get absorbed into the Epsom salt. So it really helps your bedtime soak to be just almost pre-made. So that's a way that you can just get the last drips of oil out by just simply inserting them into your Epsom salt bag. And then you may wish to take off the labels if you like, and reuse them in so many different ways. So when you take the label off, you might have that sticky residue, and remember that lemon is a brilliant oil to use to take the sticky residue off. It depends kind of if you come across your favorite blend to use for your diffusers. So say you like 2 to 3 oils that you love to diffuse at bedtime every night, then you can have a pre-made bottle of it. So you can use one of the bottles and mix your other oils into that. And then rather than, it's all about that speed and how easy you can do things at the end of the day. And if you are a busy person and you just need things to go, then I really recommend this, because you can just make your own bedtime blend. Say I've done one as wild orange, clary sage, and frankincense, and you just simply make that mixture in one of the bottles, and then you can just simply put 3 to 4 drops of your ready-made mix into your diffuser. So just worth thinking about if you know that you have now found your dream blend that you love to diffuse all the time. Other ways that you can use them is you can exchange on Amazon or essential oil supplies. You can buy atomizers, you know, those spritzer things for these bottles. And then you can just make an easy to use linen spray. So, you know, fill it with water and some lavender, and that can be used as your room, you know, a quick room spray that you want at the end of the day. You can fill it with some fractionated coconut oil and some On Guard and have something to have going out. You can just then throw that into your bag and have it, or you can use some and make your own little sprays for cleaning down shoes. You know, if you've got men, boys, footballers, whatever in your house, and there's a lot of sweaty shoes coming or after school or whatever's going on, you can make your little spritz out of these bottles, just simply using your favorite oils, maybe citrus, On Guard with some water, and then you spritz the shoes when they come in from school. And that's a really good way of killing bugs and making everything nice and fresh. And another brilliant way to use, sort of when, again, you're coming to the end of the oil and you want to kind of be diffusing that into the air, but it's no longer coming out, you can just add those wooden reeds. You can buy those inexpensively and just slot them in and then place that around different rooms in your home, and you're still getting the fragrance of the essential oil. So that completes my little talk on green cleaning. Do we have any questions? I feel like I've just chatted. Anyone?
Jen?
Yes.
I do love a scented candle. What can you recommend? Any good ones that aren't harmful?
Well, I just know that because I've got a good friend that makes her own. So I think it's that whole, I mean, I know there's lots of really lovely artisan scented candle makers. Yeah. I'm more kind of worried about, I forget, there's a brand, I think it's like Yankee Candle or something that's really quite toxic. Okay. Yeah, it's just things that I'm learning and listening to people, and they were like, yes, because they put harmful chemicals in, but it all comes back down to that, the purity of oils that people are using as well, because, you know, a lot of the essential oils on the market are not necessarily what is on the label, and that is probably how they're coming to make their candles. So yeah, I mean, if you've got a friend that's kind of making them, and then you know that they're sort of made with pure love, I suppose. But yeah, I think, you know, you can walk down the aisle in Sainsbury's and they have all those air fresheners and what's it called? Whip. I can't remember that's not good.
Gemma, instead of a cotton bud for the diffuser, is there anything else? Does it have to be that small, or can it be just a little cloth?
No, just a little. I think sometimes I just use a tiny little bit of like paper towel as well and just roll it up. It's just something like small, because the area that you've got to clean is like quite difficult to get into. So that's just worth doing that. But yeah, I mean, maybe you'll find something that works for you. It doesn't have to be, it's just kind of what I have around the house.
Gemma, can I ask a question about the brown dispenser bottles? Do they have an actual name, and how much volume are in there? If you're ordering from Amazon, what do you actually order?
This is 500 ml, and I think I just Googled like brown glass spritzer. I mean, it comes up pretty quick on the search engine, and I think Essential Oils Supplies have them too. I'll send out, when I follow this up, like with the with an email, I'll send out some links for the suppliers.
Excellent, thanks.
Alrighty, I'm just getting on. Okay, are you ready for your prize draw, ladies? So one thing that the little gift today, do you all have a dryer?
Tumble dryer.
Yeah, tumble dryer. Okay, so that's another way that I love to kind of, not that I'm sort of torn because I know that it's not great for the environment, but I'm also like, do use it more in the winter months, and especially when I've got you know, towels and things that you just find difficult to dry around the house, and I kind of like my towels soft. So I have some dryer balls. Do you know what dryer balls are? They really reduce if you do a bit of research, they really reduce the amount of time it takes for your clothes to dry in your tumble dryer. But when we're talking about, you know, if you are at the moment using a fabric softener and you're buying it because you like the smell of it, then another way to infuse a really nice scent into your clothes is when you add these to your tumble dryer, you then add your favorite essential oils, just 2 drops, maybe 3, on a couple of the bowls, and then throw them into your tumble dryer, and they infuse your clothes with the scent of the oil. So what I do is I put my oils in, I run the tumble dryer with the balls, and then it's kind of, mine will sort of stop and they're not fully dry. So I then would run it maybe for 10, 15 minutes, a little more. And I put the oils on at that point, 2 to 3 drops, stick the balls in with the tumble dryer. And then when your clothes, like towels, come out, they'll dry and they smell amazing because they've been infused with the essential oils. All right, so somebody is going to be a lucky winner. All your names have gone into a pot. And the winner is Noelle. Noelle.
Thank you very much. I realise I'm on mute. Thank you.
So you will
Thanks, Gemma.
these from me. All right. I'm just going to stop the recording. 1 second.